There we go. Alrighty. Wrapped up. First of all, hello. I meant to start this about an hour or so earlier, but I honestly just wasn't feeling that great. I was waiting for myself to settle down, more or less. But that's fine. We'll just stream later than I usually do. Because I'm probably not going to go pick up lunch or anything today because I'm not feeling the best. So that's fine. We'll just stream later. Anyways, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Wrapped up the first game not too long after, or not too long ago, rather. Around just before my birthday. And, we played Doom Eternal in the interim, and now we're going to get back to this. Yeah. Lost Turnabout. Let's do it. How did I get into this mess? How did you get into it? That's far enough. You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix, right? What have I done wrong? I cannot allow you to go on like this. But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence! You are no longer worthy of your title. Glad I hit print screen in time, although I would have preferred to hit F11, but oh, of course I can't. I'm just gonna face this real quick, that way I don't lose it. There we go. What a nightmare. And I bet it was this ringtone that caused it. I really shouldn't be dozing off right before trial starts anyway. Huh? Looks like they hung up. Ah, good. I finally found it. Talk about a close call. I hate to do this to you, but it's nothing personal, Mr. Attorney. I like to have options for thumbnails. And the great thing is that, provided you're not stupid like me, this game has plenty of, like, opportunities for really good thumbnails. Also, if you notice, animation quality, just slightly higher than before. We're not hitting the leaps and bounds that will be, we're not hitting the leaps and bounds that you hit when you go from, when you go to, Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney, and then to, Miles Edgeworth, Prosecuting Attorney, and then to, Dual Destinies, and Spirit of Justice, and the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. This series made the transition to 3D pretty smoothly, all things considered. Ouch, my head is throbbing. And why does it feel so foggy? Good morning. Good morning. What's wrong? You don't look well. People are at their best first thing in the morning. Where's that fighting spirit? Sorry, can you please turn the cheeriness down? My head sorta hurts. Roger that. Am I in trouble or something? Huh? Trouble? Wait, never mind. You're a policewoman, right? I thought maybe I had done something wrong. What are you talking about? I'm the one in trouble. What? I'm placing my life in your hands today, Mr. Phoenix, right? Life in my hands? You promised me. You said you would prove that I was not guilty. Not guilty? Just when I thought all hope was lost, when all the other lawyers had laughed me off. Leave it to me, you said. You, the one and only Phoenix Wright, came to save the day. And just like that, I was moved to tears, sir. I'll never forget what you're doing for me, ever. What is this girl babbling about? Actually, I really love to watch court proceedings, and I always root for you to win. When I'm off duty, I like to come here and... What's wrong? You've been acting really strange and you keep staring at me. You're making me kind of nervous, sir. Oh, sorry. I'm afraid to ask. Here goes. So this might sound bad, but, who are you? What? Mr. Wright, how can you say that? How can you do this to the fragile heart of a girl about to go on trial? You're absolutely horrible. No, I mean, I didn't mean it like that. Is this how a defense attorney treats his client, sir? I can't believe this. No, it's just, I think you have the wrong person. Who am I? Why am I drawing a blank? Oh, poor luck for Officer Berger. The trial will begin shortly. The defendant and her lawyer, please proceed to the courtroom immediately. The trial's about to start. I'm counting on you in there, okay? I guess I must have amnesia. Let's see. What can I piece together? From the sound of things, it's probably safe to say that I'm a defense attorney. And that girl, I said I'd prove her not guilty. I can't believe I made such an irresponsible promise. Someone please tell me this is just a bad dream. Why do I get the feeling this is one dream I won't be waking up from? District Court, courtroom number 2.
Mic off. Mic on.
Excuse me. I'm coughing. I didn't want to blow up the microphone. Anyhow, court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. What is it, Mr. Wright? Are you talking to me? You see any other defense attorneys in here? I guess not. Now then, are you ready? Yeah, sure. Are you ready, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Wait a second. Her life is in my hands. I should really do the responsible thing. Actually, you see, Your Honor, my memory is kind of... Court will not hear the defense's excuses. Because the defendant is a member of police, this case is under great scrutiny. Therefore, we must make this trial fair but swift. I believe I have told you this before. I hope you're not telling me you've forgotten. Actually, I have. Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please. Yes, Your Honor. As I'm sure you're well aware, the defendant is accused of killing her lover. What's worse, her lover was a fellow police officer. A policeman? You did what to a policeman? It wasn't me. And besides, Dustin and I, we weren't lovers like that. In any case, the prosecution will prove that the guilty party is none other than the defendant. Very well. Mr. Payne, please call your first witness. It's been a while, Mr. Wright. Let's see what you learned since last time. I won't show you any mercy this time, rookie. Okay. And who are you again? The prosecution calls Detective Dick Gumshoe to the stand. Here we go. Don't let me down, Mr. Wright. Nowhere to hide. I'm so dead. It's our old pal, Dick Gumshoe. Witness, can you please state your name and occupation? My name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. You don't look very well, detective. Well, sir, the defendant, she works under me, so, you know. You work under that detective? Yes, sir, and while I was a trainee, he was always watching out for me, sir. He's such a wonderful guy, sir. I'll never forget what he's done for me. Okay, calm down. I believe you. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Yes, sir. It happened at the park near the headquarters, Expose Park. The victim is one of the local cops, Dustin Prince. He was pushed down from the benches on the upper path, sir. The landing beat his body up bad and snapped his neck. The details are listed in the report that was distributed yesterday. Ah, yes, this autopsy report, correct? Why do I not remember getting a copy? I see everything is in order here. Yeah, so... this is their subtle way of giving you a new tutorial. Oh! Hoss003112, thank you for the follow. I need to keep looking at my Twitch activity feed. I see everything here is in order. Even the estimated time of death is unusually well documented. The victim's watch stopped from the impact of the landing, sir. The results of the autopsy confirm the time of death. If I may, Your Honor, the prosecution would like to submit this photograph. Very well. The court accepts it into evidence. Now then, I recall at yesterday's preliminary hearing, a very important piece of evidence brought to our attention. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Yes, I guess. Mr. Wright, is your head on right today? No, not really. There was a very crucial piece of evidence found in the victim's body. Was there? Have you lost your mind? Well, actually, it's just nerves. Give me a second. What? How can you talk like such an amateur? I thought you were a pro, sir. Alright, sir. I'll help you through this. At a time like this, maybe you ought to take a glance at the court record. Yeah, I'm gonna guess the important piece of evidence was the glasses, considering they were found under the victim's body. But, you know, we have to let the game tell us this, of course. Court record. Yep, info about evidence and people involved in this case are all listed there. Yeah, and that's the important thing. That's the important thing that was added with Justice for All, is the ability to present profiles. You were able to do it in context-specific ways in the first game, but this is the game where you first are able to do it, where you're first able to present profiles as contradictions. Anyhow, you can look at the court record by pressing tab. Tab, huh? You really know what you're talking about, don't you? It's too bad I'm a cop, right? Just think, I could totally be a legal aid instead. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Court is in session. Save your chit-chat for later. Sorry, Your Honor. Well, I guess I'd better check the court record and see what I can find. What was it again? Tab? Alright, Mr. Wright, let's see if your notes are in order. What was the piece of evidence found underneath the victim's body? Mr. Glass. That's simple, Your Honor. A broken pair of glasses. That's right. The victim grabbed his killer's glasses as he was being shoved, sir, and held on to them as he fell. Hey, why are you giving me the evil eye? Those glasses you're wearing. Yes, this is my spare pair. But these glasses they found at the scene of the crime are not mine, I swear, sir. You sure about that? Look, it was a coincidence that on the same day I accidentally stepped on mine. Coincidence, she says. Your Honor, I have further evidence to present. Oh, you have more? And this evidence is very decisive. Very well. Let's hear it. Decisive evidence. Wait for it. Oh, I forgot. You don't get the special cross-examination music. I think they might have switched up the testimony music and the cross-examination music. There's something more incriminating than the glasses underneath the victim's body, sir. During his date, the victim was pushed from the bench area, but he managed to write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed. I don't like saying it, but it was clear the defendant's name, Maggie, sir. With this piece of evidence and the glasses, it's hard not to say she's the culprit. What is it with fucking Phoenix Wright and like having the victims write their damn names down? This was crucial in the case involving Mia's death. Spoilers. This was crucial in the case. This was crucial in Turnabout Sisters. In Rise from the Ashes, and I want to say there was one more that in the first game where you encountered it like 3 separate times. So I was like, oh, they wrote the name down. So it has to be them. This is a picture of the writing, Your Honor. Why, this is... Yes, I can see her name is clearly written here. Except if I'm not mistaken, her name isn't spelled that way. Just making sure. Prosecution would like to submit this picture. Understood. The court accepts it into evidence. As if the glasses alone didn't make you look suspicious. The victim even wrote your name clear as day on the ground. But I already told you, those glasses aren't mine. And how do you explain his dying message? It's a conspiracy. I'm not guilty, sir. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Cross-examine? This is it. I'm counting on you. Sure, but what am I supposed to do? What? This isn't like you at all. Normally, this is the part where you get in the witnesses' faces. Get in their faces and do what? I guess there's no way around it. Okay, I'm going to lend you a hand. Prosecution's witnesses all hide things from the court, which means they lie from time to time, which in real life is perjury and grossly illegal. Please do not lie in court. Lie? But isn't that detective your superior? Oh, even if they don't mean to lie, sometimes people just remember things wrong. Like that detective. He does sort of look like a scatterbrain. It doesn't matter. Either way, it's bad for us, sir. That's why when you question witnesses, you have to find and expose their lies. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yeah, okay. Talk about trial by fire. Here goes nothing. As long as I can expose the lies, we should be alright. Let's see. Did we get that music? No? It's different. They changed it. I forgot. Fair enough. I think maybe it comes back for like really hype scenes, but so step 1, press everything. About those glasses. Do you have any proof that those belong to my client? The lenses are for nearsightedness and are almost the same strength as hers. Even the frames look kind of like the one she's wearing in her ID, pal. Hold it. Almost and kinda are not good enough in a case like this. Do you have more definitive proof? Is there something that clearly links the defendant with those glasses? The dirt and sand rubbed out any traces of fingerprints or anything else. So what you're saying is, detective, is that you have nothing that proves those glasses are my client's. Something like that. I see. So there's no proof. I can totally feel it down in my gut. Are you absolutely certain? Sorry, pal, but that's what it said. This is a picture of it. No matter which way you look at it, it just says Maggie. Hey, hold on. Don't harm me. I know the picture says Maggie, but when she mentions it, something does feel kind of off about this picture. That's how you know you found a contradiction. Now hurry up and present some evidence. So that's what spotting a contradiction feels like. I better check the court record again. What is it? What's come over me? Not thinking, I just blurted out, "Objection!" And I yelled it at the top of my lungs, finger outstretched, ready to take on my opponent. What a rush! Detective Gumshoe. You talking to me, pal? Please state the defendant's name for me. What are you trying to prove with this futile exercise, Mr. Wright? You'll see, this is a very crucial line of questioning. Actually, Mr. Payne, you can answer. The defendant's name, if you please. Where is this ridiculous question coming from? The defendant's name is, Maggie Bird. I think someone needs to check the court record. It says right here that it's Maggie Bird. Looks like the bird caught the cat napping. What's going on here? I have no idea either, sir. As you can see, the victim did indeed leave a name, Maggie. However, the defendant's name is actually spelled Maggie. This is a blatant contradiction of facts. Well, how about that? I hadn't even noticed. But maybe the victim didn't know how to spell her name correctly. May I remind you that it was you who said the defendant is accused of killing her lover? If they were truly lovers, it would have been impossible for him not to have known her name. This is very true. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor? Are you absolutely certain that the defendant and the victim, Dustin Prince, were, in fact, lovers? Yes, I am quite certain, Your Honor. They were a well-known couple in the police force. Detective Gumshoe, please testify for the court the relationship between the victim and the defendant. Yes, sir. Officer Prince and Officer Bird had been going out for about half a year. It sounded like they were even talking about marriage. The day of the incident just happened to be the victim's birthday, sir. Officer Bird had gotten Officer Prince a present. It was something she had bought over 2 months ago. I should know, because she came to me to ask what she should get for him. Oh, those two sound like they were close. Nevertheless, tragedy struck. Yes, I see. You may cross-examine the witness, Mr. Wright. How do you know about this? Every year in March, we have a training camp for us cops. Officer Bird was a rookie at the time, and she and Officer Prince seemed to hit it off. They got close, I take it. Actually, I was supposed to go too, but I couldn't pay the deposit for the trip, so I didn't. If only I had gone on that trip. What is it? Oh, nothing, sir. Really. Anyway. Marriage, but wasn't the victim 8 years older than her? What? You saying a guy's got to marry someone the same age as himself, pal? No, that's not what I meant at all. Detective Gumshoe and Dustin were only a year apart, you know. Yeah, I think this fella has a ways to go before marriage. Mind your own business, pal. The day of the incident just happened to be the victim's birthday, sir. The day of the incident, you mean September 6th? Yeah. The victim, Officer Prince, had just gotten off duty at 5:30 p.m. that day, and since Maggie's night shift hadn't started yet, they went to the park for a bit. I remember when I was young and in love. Oh, it was a jolly time. That's great, Your Honor. I'm glad you're such a cheerful old man. Officer Bird had gotten Officer Prince a present. Did she now? You seem to know a lot about the defendant. Well, that's because I'm her boss, and I've got to watch out for my subordinates. But even what she was going to give as a present, doesn't that seem like that's going a bit too far? Hey, pal, watch what you say. I know everything that happens under me. If someone so much as scratches their... I really don't need to know that much. Mr. Wright, please refrain from badgering the witness. I agree. Even if this witness has a crush on the defendant, that should not be the point of discussion at this time. Whoa, wait a second. Why are we talking about this? Wait a minute. Fixed it. It's all your fault, pal. You're guilty, guilty, guilty. I should have you arrested. I think the good detective's about done here. That's something she had bought over 2 months ago. Over 2 months ago. Yep, she's a very considerate woman, pal. So, what was this birthday present? She got him a glove. A single glove. Why would she only give him one? Actually, Your Honor, the glove in question is a baseball glove. Oh, I see. A baseball glove. Officer Prince was a huge baseball fan. Baseball glove. Just now, I believe you said the present was something she bought over 2 months ago. Are you saying she bought the glove at a store that far in advance? Nah, nothing like that, pal. Then what is it like? She ordered it. It was custom made. Custom made? The glove was custom made? Yep, that's what I said. So the glove is custom made. Your Honor, I really don't see how the glove is related to this case. Yes, it would seem that there's little relevance. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Do you think this glove is really relevant to the case? Of course it's relevant. Of course it is relevant. That glove is the key to this whole case. Yes, bluffing to the max. Now this is the Mr. Wright I know. I'm so happy you're back, sir. I was wondering how long it'd take. This is great. Pressing people, it feels like I've done this before. If I used to do this to squeeze information from even the most tight-lipped people. Very well. If you are that convinced, then let's hear some more on that matter. Actually, I brought the glove with me today. And? Why didn't you say so earlier? Hurry and ship the glove to the court. Well, I didn't think it had anything to do with this case. Anyway, this is it, sir. It's, rather yellow, isn't it? Officer Prince really liked the color yellow. And that's why you had to special order it? Yep, that's right. That and one other reason. If I'm not mistaken, it's a left-handed glove. Although it looks right-handed from that picture. It also looks like a bushel of bananas. It is clear that the victim and the defendant were involved with each other. Yes, that's correct, Your Honor. Now, if that is true, it brings up an important question. Motive. Was the name Maggie really written by the victim? I see your point, Your Honor. Detective Gumshoe, please tell the court a little more about the name on the ground. Yes, sir. We first looked into the handwriting. Unfortunately, we couldn't confirm that it was the victim's handwriting. Next, we checked the victim's pointer finger. We found that there was sand trapped under the victim's fingernail. There were also scratches on his skin that were caused by him writing on the ground. From this, we can confirm that the victim wrote this name with his right hand. Yes, a perfectly logical conclusion. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Thank you, Your Honor. We first looked into the handwriting. Absolutely sure. I believe in the power of science. I wonder if my evidence is solid enough to count on this. Let's press evidence first. I think I reject you. This is why amateurs are amateurs. We're not a bunch of simpletons, pal. Scientific investigation in this country is actually pretty good. So in the end, you couldn't confirm it? Hey, don't you look down on us. I told you, we're not a bunch of simpletons, pal. Everyone knows you can't find out everything you want with a scientific investigation. I've never heard that before. Me neither. Nor I. I never heard anything like that at the police academy, sir. Okay, so I made it up. Anyway. His pointer finger? You know, the one you're always pointing and waving around in people's faces? Ha! Don't tell me it bothers you. Every time you do it, I have a mini heart attack. It's like you're trying to kill me, pal. In any case, you examined the victim's index finger, correct? Yeah, we figured there should be something on his finger if he had been writing in sand. And the results? We found that there was sand trapped under the victim's fingernail. What does that prove? Well, it proves that he did write that name with his own finger. Yes, which explains why there was sand stuck under his nail. I guess he's right. And there's more. There are also scratches on his skin that were caused by him writing on the ground. Scratches on his skin? Yep, you can't see them with your naked eye, but they're there. That's incredible. Sure is, that's the power of scientific investigation. They're so small we had to use a magnifying glass, like a really strong one. It's got that really scientific sounding name. You mean a microscope? Yeah, that's it. We used one of those and that's how we found him. I can't believe this guy doesn't know what a microscope is. Oh, is that so? Save before I do this. Oh, I guess I'm gonna have to overwrite these save files, huh?
Objection!
Detective Gumshoe, take a look at this. That's the glove, right? Did you tell the court what is special about this glove? What's special? I never really thought about it, but it's really yellow, and that's about it. Yes, it's really yellow, but that is only one of its qualities. There's another reason why it's special. And what would that be? It's very simple. This glove is made for a left-handed person. Left-handed. Why, you're absolutely right. This glove is made to be worn on the right hand. Oh, yeah. I forgot that yeah, it is a left-handed glove because you wear the pitcher's mitt on your right hand and your left hand. I forgot because most pitcher's mitts are for right-handed people, which is why you wear them on your left hand. That's why it had to be custom made. I've never seen a bright yellow left-hander's glove for sale. Have you? Well, no. So, detective, which hand did the victim used to write the name with again? That's easy. Look, it's obvious from this picture it was his... Wait a second. Don't forget that the victim was left-handed. Overruled. Mr. Wright, I would like to know what your line of reasoning proves. There's only one conclusion that can be drawn. A left-handed person could not have written this message with his right hand. Therefore, the person who wrote the name Maggie could not have been the victim. When you think about it that way, then yes. It's not possible that this name was written by the victim himself. That means Maggie is... Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor? The evidence the prosecution has presented has failed to prove the defendant's guilt. In fact, I believe you have proven her to be innocent. Oh, right, you did it, Mr. Wright. Oh, I feel like I can breathe again. It seems that we have reached the conclusion. You did a fine job once again, Mr. Wright. Me, Your Honor? Ah, well, thanks. See, you got complimented by the judge again. You're really good. And that's why you can't give up on being a lawyer, sir. Are you joking? I'm more than ready to retire. I will now announce my verdict. This court finds the defendant Maggie Bird. Objection. No, not yet. I mean, please give me a few more minutes, Your Honor. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Payne? Prosecution is not finished yet. We would like to call our next witness to the stand. What? What did this witness witness? The moment the victim was pushed to his death. What's more, he saw saw the very face of the culprit. What the heck? Order in the court. I believe a recess is in order. Afterward, we will hear from this new witness. I had a feeling that was a bit too easy. I need more information. I'll have to see what I can find out during this recess. I can't let my guard down. It's only going to get tougher from on here. Or from here on, rather. Court is adjourned for recess. And if you'll notice, they changed the format for the episode. So instead of like day 1, day 2, or day 3, it's part 1 of 1. So part 1, 2 trial, and then like part 2, 1 investigation, yada yada. Amnesia? I can't believe my lawyer's trying to defend me in such a state. Why didn't you tell me, sir? Sorry, I didn't mention it to you. Oh, I know what to do. I heard you can fix something like this with a really strong shock to your system. Come on, lower your head a little. A Maggie kick should be all you need. No. I think I'll pass on this one. Come on! I'm sorry. Whenever I see someone in trouble, I have a hard time leaving them alone. I tend to stick my nose where it doesn't belong and try to tackle everyone's problems. Well, my head's one problem, but you won't be tackling it today. Well, we're here to solve your problem first. We can deal with mine later. For now, do you think you can fill me in on a few things? Of course, I'd be honored to. Well, I guess we'll start with my name, and then I can tell you about me. No, that's okay. Really, I think I know you and your name pretty well by now. I was wondering if you could help me figure out a few things about myself. So my name is Phoenix, right? What a weird name. This is serious. You really don't remember. I'll tell you what, sir. You can have this back, and maybe it'll help. This is a business card? I got this from you. It's my most prized possession. You can borrow it for now, but please give it back, okay? Okay. There's some numbers written on the back. Oh, that's your cell phone number. I guess for now we should stop talking about me and start talking about this case. This case? Yep. Can you think of anything that would be helpful for me to know? What can I tell you? I can't think of anything other than the incident with that cell phone. Cell phone? Yeah, your eyes lit up when we talked about it at the detention center, sir. Hurry up and tell me. This might be very important. Okay, Roger. It was the day of the crime, just before 6. It was on the day of the crime, just before 6 p.m. I picked up a lost cell phone while on a walk with Dustin. All of a sudden, the phone began to ring. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. We agreed to meet up at 6 p.m. Dustin and I waited for the person to show up, but they never did. So where's the phone you found now? I gave it to you yesterday. Huh? To me? Is that the phone in my pocket? You mean this? You think it has anything to do with the murder? I don't really know, but if my eyes lit up, I hope so. You're so mean. I called you 1,000,000 times, but you wouldn't pick up. And when I went to check in the courtroom, everyone had already left. Now, who in the heck is this? Let me guess. I'm supposed to know this girl too. Hey, good morning, Maggie. And good morning to you too, Maya. So, how's it going? Is there a word for worse than abysmal? Oh? And what if I said that everything will be fine? That's right, it's Maya to the rescue with the ultra-decisive, super-important evidence. Here you are, Nick, the thing you wanted me to bring. Huh? Oh, thanks. What the heck is this, a list? has about 20 people's names and phone numbers written on it. It was kind of tough, but I managed to dig up some dirt. Look like these guys are up to no good. No good, as in? There's a group of con artists the police are currently investigating. I believe these guys are the members. Why would a group of con artists pop up in a case like this? Don't look at me. Where did you get this list from in the first place? What? Don't you remember now? You're the one who asked me to look this up yesterday. Oh, is that right? These numbers were in the memory of that phone Maggie found. So that's where they're from. You're awfully forgetful these days, Nick. I hope I never get to be a forgetful old prune like you. Actually, Mr. Wright is... Mr. Wright, recess is now over. Please bring the defendant and return to the courtroom immediately. Oh, oops, guess you have to get going. We can talk about you being old later, Nick. Wish us luck. Excuse me. I guess I have all the pieces now, more or less. All that's left is to put it all together. I'm not going to lose this. I can't. Yeah. Come on, Nick. Better get a move on. Yeah.
Mic off. Mic on.
Sorry, I had to take a sip. Court will now reconvene. Please call your next witness to the stand, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. But before I do, I may say a few words. What is it, Mr. Payne? It's about the next witness. He has a tendency to say things that rub people the wrong way, you see. So I ask that the court might be a little lenient. There is no need to give a preface. Just hurry up and call your witness, please. Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution calls its next witness a drifter who was taking a walk in the park on the day of the murder. An awfully handsome drifter. I mean, most of the drifters you encounter are not... I mean, unless they're like in Hollywood movies, they're not very pretty. But this one is quite pretty. Shame he's a fucking psycho killer. Just now, you introduced my wonderful self to the court, correct? Perhaps as a drifter who was taking a walk? Did I? But I will not stand for that. Now you've tinted the court's eyes and colored me wrongly. Sure, I suppose calling me a university student would not be the truth, but given blah 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 blah. What is he, a human chatterbox? I have to question him. Fashion, cars, women, glasses, and of course, university. First rates only need apply. Glasses? But you aren't wearing glasses. That's enough. Your name, witness. Oh, is that how you want to play this? Using your power and influence to keep the young people down. I see how you work now. You old people and your dirty tricks. You thought you had me, but you thought wrong. Oh, boy. I forgive you. Alright, I suppose I can tell you my name. I am Richard Wellington, the drifting virtuoso with a PhD in drifting, as it were. This man's actual name is Dick, for good reason. If you wanted to, you could call me a university student in transit. Mr. Wellington, on the day of the murder, you were strolling through the park, correct? It would appear that you were attached to that word. If you must, then by all means. But I remind you that I am in no way a prepubescent boy out on a walk with Mama. You must know I am... Shut the fuck up. Please testify to the court about what you saw in your walk during the park, or walk through the park, rather. See, you said it again. Taking a walk. What you witnessed will do, Mr. Wellington. Jesus. Just get a load of this guy. I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. I don't remember at the time that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. All of a sudden, a police officer falls from above, right in front of my eyes. Without a thought, I looked up, and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Of course I remember her sweet face. It was that of the pretty defendant there. The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer. Banana? Man, now I want some bananas. Certainly a decisive testimony if you don't count all of the flagrant errors in it. Yeah. That's all you have to say? How could you be so calm? It's strange. My mind is very calm and clear. Maybe it's because I believe in my client. You mean Maggie? Yeah, and if she really is innocent, then that can only mean one thing. That guy's lying. Yeah, lying through his fucking teeth. You may not question the witness, Mr. Wright. I'll find out the truth, no matter how well you craft your lies. Let's blow some holes in this popsicle stand. Why don't we? So you were at the park all afternoon? You seem to have a lot of free time for a fucking university student. That was very rude of you. But then again, what can I expect? That's what you get from a man who graduated from a no-name trashy university. No-name? Trashy? What the fuck are you on about? Now this might be hard for a mush-headed, feeble-minded baboon like you, but I have to think very carefully about the future of our great country. But I thought you said you were thinking about which college to go to just now. Oh, please. Which university I go to will directly affect the very future of this country. That arrogant little bastard. I don't remember the time all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. It was past 6 p.m. How did you know what time it was? I see you're not wearing a watch, so... Is that the best you can do? Do you think you can discredit me like that? You're just a third-rate biased fool. I guess I can't expect real smarts from you. His arrogance is really intolerable, so what should I do now? Press harder, this dude's full of shit. Answer the question. How did you know what time it was, asshole? Tisk tisk. I can't believe I have to deal with a worm like you. You're just a shallow man who can only slam on desks and point at people for fun. I guess I don't have a choice. I'll try to explain it so that even a third-rate simpleton like you can understand. There's this little thing they call a clock at the park. Did you get that? Do you know what a clock is? It's the thing that tells you the time. As you can see, Mr. Wright, it's even in this picture of the crime scene, and that is clearly not fucking 6:30. I looked at that clock, and that's how I knew the time. If you ask me, this whole time... Yet again, another flood of meaningless words. Talk about a first-class waste of time. In any case, all of a sudden a police officer falls from above. And how did you know he was a police officer? You obviously have no idea how powerful my deductive reasoning skills are. With one glance, I could tell just what kind of occupation he held. That shoddy do-it-yourself hairstyle practically screamed I'm a police officer. Oh, and I suppose it was because he was wearing an officer's uniform. Shouldn't that statement have come first? Wow, that's pretty impressive. Hey, Nick, do you think he's figured out what I do? Even I haven't figured that out yet. Without a thought, I looked up, and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Are you sure you got a good look at her face? Fucking hate this dude. Animals have this thing called an eye, Mr. Wright. They use this eye to see things. In the case of humans, we have 2 of them. Yes, even you. Could you answer the fucking question? That's what the witness was just about to get to. I would like to request that Mr. Wright not use such a loud voice during question. Are you finished? I'd like to continue if that's alright with you. Of course I remember her sweet face. It was that of the pretty defendant. Would you not hit on her in court, please? Thank you. Sir, you're sure you're not mistaken? Please, don't confuse your pitiful train wreck of a life with mine. I'm what you call a famous brand name product, while you were only a cheap imitation. There's no way someone as magnificent as myself could make such a mistake. Of course. Of course. Did you notice anything else of interest? The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer. The banana? Well, it was actually more like it was more like a bunch of bananas. Now, what would a bunch of bananas be doing? And why would I know such a thing? I'm only telling you what I saw. Maybe never mentioned anything about a bunch of bananas. He's definitely lying about bananas. Well, maybe he thought he was seeing one thing and it was something else. Objection! Objection! You're full of shit. Mr. Wellington, I believe I have the bananas you saw right here. Ah, so you know about the bananas too. Why didn't you say so earlier? Because they're not fucking bananas, you idiot. But don't think you can use this as a way to pull more information out of me. Oh, but I can. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Isn't this the baseball? Isn't that the baseball glove? Huh? What? A baseball glove? Doesn't it look delicious? Care for a bite? That's not... Your Honor, I think this proves one very important fact. The witness is a dumbass. The witness loves bananas. The witness has bad eyesight. By the way, just how bad are your eyes? Why are you asking me about this all of a sudden? Because you're an eyewitness? It's very simple to mistake a glove for a bunch of bananas. No, I don't think so. Objection overruled. You're one of those people. Yes, you know what I mean. You're like those people who refuse to accept Galileo for... That's why I asked you how bad your eyesight was, because you confused a baseball glove for a bunch of fucking bananas. They're both 2,200. You're supposed to going to tell me that's terrible. Yeah, that's awful. It's because I lost them recently. You did. You did. You lost them. Where did you lose them? How about when you witnessed the crime? Were you wearing your glasses then? How about it, witness? You're an unrelenting, evil man. You're like those people who rejected Joan of Arc and put her to death. Which boils down to you were not wearing your glasses at the time. Therefore, the identity of the woman at the scene of the crime and that of the defendant cannot be proven to be the same by the witness. But the height difference was only 9 feet. It was very possible for him to see the difference of the culprit standing on the upper path. Please be more accurate in your testimony. Remember, a person's life is at stake. Please continue. We've got him on the ropes. The girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. It must have been 6:45 p.m. when I made the call. 6:45 p.m.? He fell right in front of you. How slow are you? You must have had a lot of free time on your hands. You showed up within 10 minutes. So the person who was on the upper path saw you and then ran away. Yes, that is correct. Which is why even someone without a superior brain like mine can understand that. That girl is the murderer. And you are a blind asshole. Anyhow. The girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. She ran away just like that? Yes, she did. She saw me and flew the nest like the guilty bird she is. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that pun too hard for someone who only got a third-rate education? You're not even in college yet, you smug prick. Anyway, if she ran away the instant she saw you, how could you tell it was the client? The witness has already answered that question. He has stated that the defendant is the culprit. This is true, Mr. Wright. I'm striking your question from the record. Immediately? As in immediately. I mean, sure, a minute might have elapsed before I did, but that's the duty of every good citizen. Or did they not teach you that at your pitiful school? People learn about how to call the police in college. Hey Nick, I think you should take a look at the court record for a second. 6:45 p.m. when you made the call, huh? You said you called him immediately. Are we sticking by that? Because you are full of shit again. Mr. Wellington, would you please take a look at this? You mean the victim's autopsy report? According to this, the murder occurred at 6:28 p.m. So what of it? You said that you called the police immediately after the murder took place. However, by the time you called the police, it was already 6:45 p.m. There's clearly a 15-minute gap here. Do you deny it? I think this court would like to hear what you were doing during this 15-minute gap. The witness was in shock at the time after witnessing a terrible murder. It's only to be expected that he would be a little dazed. 15 minutes is hardly what I would call a little dazed, asshole. Explain yourself. What were you doing during those 15 minutes? Answer the question. Spit it out. I'm searching for a phone booth. You were? Okay. A phone booth? You mean you don't have a cell phone? You and your questions. As if you're trying to open all the layers of a Matryoshka doll. You must think you're really something special. Witness. I lost my cell phone. There, are you happy? Lost it? Unbelievable. You lose your glasses and your cell phone. What a fuck up you are. You must be very scatterbrained when it comes to your belongings. Are you saying that first-rate people are never allowed to lose things? Yes, I am, by your own standards. He lost his cell phone. Oh yeah, we're gonna question it later. You betcha. Mr. Wellington, where is your cell phone right now? As of this very minute. I found my phone, I'll have you know. See? Here it is. Here is it. Gotta screenshot that. I wonder if that's a bug. Oh. Looks like he's got his phone. And I thought that I just thought that maybe this was his. Well, then I think we cleared this issue up. At the time of the murder, the witness did not have a cell phone because he had lost it. Therefore, the delay in his call was caused by his search for a phone booth. Which is bullshit because the victim died right next to one. Oh, yeah. You bet I do. Your Honor, the witness's testimony does not make any sense. I do not believe that there was ever a need for the witness to search for a phone. You can't just make outrageous claims like that. You do have some sort of proof, don't you? Yeah, I do. That's scene 1, yeah. Crime photo 1. Alright, let's have this proof. Please present proof that the witness had no need to search for a public phone booth. Take that! It's quite simple, actually. Please take a look at this. The crime scene photo? Is there a problem with it? Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture. But if you don't understand my logic after looking at it, something is wrong. It's a phone booth. That's correct. All the defendant had to do was walk 3 steps. Mr. Wellington, why did you not use the phone booth that was right in front of you? What does reporting the crime a little late prove for the defense? Or maybe that your fucking witness is full of shit, for one. The witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. That is reason enough to throw suspicion on his testimony. I bet this phone really is his, Nick. He must have killed Dustin to get his phone back. But Maggie said she was going to return it to him. So there was no reason for him to kill for it. And on top of that, we still have the phone she found anyway. But he wasn't looking for his cell phone. Maybe he was looking for something else. Was he? Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any thoughts you would like to share with the court? Can you offer an explanation as to what the witness was doing in this 15 minutes? I think the answer to that is, no, not really, but it's not really in Phoenix Wright spirit, would you say? Will we be hearing further testimony from the prosecution? No, Your Honor. That is all. Oh, fuck. Oh, it is true that the defendant was not wearing his glasses at the time. The court feels that since he was near the culprit, positive identification is possible, which means the guilt of the defendant has been sufficiently substantiated. Nick, you have to do something before it's too late. Wait, this is the action of Mr. Wellington during the 15-minute gap. The defense would like to propose an explanation. I thought the defense had just finished proving that this couldn't be explained. No, there is one possibility. Alright, let's hear it. Be forewarned that if your explanation is not persuasive, you will be penalized. Think carefully before you present, Mr. Wright. Probably should have said there was only one possibility. I don't remember. Shit. Oh, yeah, there it is. So we'll load. Mr. Wellington. Don't give me that look. You almost gave me a heart attack. These are your glasses, aren't they? Where did you find them? I believe the court all heard what you just confessed to. That these glasses are in fact yours. I'll tell you where they were found, Mr. Wellington. These glasses were found under the victim's body. Now, why would your glasses be found under the victim's body? Now, wait a second. Hold on. I didn't confess or confirm anything. Your Honor, I think the answer is quite clear here. As he fell, dustbin prints grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew he had to find his glasses and searched frantically. What he didn't realize is they were under the victim's body. And that is why it took him 15 minutes to make that call. Mr. Wright, are you... Oh, you betcha. Am I going there? Oh, yes. Are you indicting this witness as the real murderer? Of course, that is precisely what I'm doing. Yeah, he for sure is. More or less. Turns out this cell phone was the key to this case after all. Anyway, now's our chance to deep six this guy. I'll sink him in one shot. This is so exciting watching you live again. Somehow my old self is coming back to me. It's kind of a sink or swim, everything busts on the edge of a knife. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Order! Your Honor, the defense is making a mockery of this court without any solid ground to stand on. He accuses the witness of being the murderer. Yeah, that's right. I'm no criminal. This third-rate fraud of a lawyer. In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear your explanation as to why you are not the murderer. What about that? Oh, you mean the name Maggie? Yeah, even an idiot like you can read that, right? But we already know this was not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggie, and the victim was Beth Taylor. In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground. Wouldn't that mean that the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? No. The witness didn't even know of this murder before the trial. Aha! Now, when the defense please present its case, how could the witness have known the defendant's name? Easy! Take that! Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct? So what if I did? When you realized you've lost it, what did you do? What did I do? Didn't you try to find it by calling it? Your Honor, these questions have nothing to do with... Shut the fuck up, Mr. Payne. Mr. Wright, where are you going with this? Do you think there is some relation between the witness's cell phone and the murder? Oh, you betcha. On the day of the murder, Maggie Bird picked up a lost phone in the park. And she also received a phone call from the owner of the phone. What a creepy ringtone. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. I'll be right there. Sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. That was when you learned that her name was Maggie. But you made one fatal mistake. My client's name is Maggie, or the name that's written on the ground is Maggie. This is a mistake that one could only occur if all you... This is a mistake that could only occur if all you knew was how her name sounded. But, Your Honor, the witness has no motive. And the point is, it's very simple, Your Honor. A person usually would not kill someone without a reason. Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, can you explain what motive this witness could have had? It's very simple, Your Honor. Are you sure, Nick? If I said I can't offer an explanation, then the trial's over, right? Yeah, but... Don't worry about it.
Take that!
Mr. Wellington's motive is right here. What is this? A list? These phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone the defendant found. And we have determined that the people on this list are members of a certain group. Look up all those numbers. Of course! This list of phone numbers is stored in the cell phone's memory. The names and numbers belong to people who are members of a certain con artist's group. Can you explain why these numbers were on your phone, motherfucker? This is an outrage, an invasion of privacy. Looking up the phone numbers on a person's phone is a worse crime than murder. No, it's not. Not by a long shot, amigo. Just like the cops do. Blah, blah, blah. I don't care, Mr. Wellington. All I want is for you to tell us what this list is about. Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness. Objection overruled. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Why would the witness have the numbers of the group of con artists on his phone? Isn't that obvious? The witness is a member of that group. Duh. Mr. Wellington is a member of this very group. All of your friends' phone numbers are stored right here on the phone. If anyone were to look into these phone numbers, it would be all over for you. That is why you had to kill. That does make quite a bit of sense. Well, Mr. Wellington, would you care to explain? I got you now, asshole. That police officer. Your Honor. What is it, Mr. Payne? Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witnesses, or the witness. You said the exact same thing only a few seconds ago. Shut the fuck up. Please, let's think about the content of that phone call. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet back up and I can give this to you. Or we can meet up and I can give this to you. The defendant had already promised that she would return the phone. After that, all Mr. Wellington had to do was meet Miss Bird to get his phone back. Why then would he need to kill him? This is a a valid point. What's the defense think about this? Think about it logically, then it makes sense. Maybe we should be thinking outside the box. Yeah, if we think like that, let's see. Maybe that slime ball saw something at the crime scene that made him commit murder. I don't think Mr. Wellington would pick up his phone in a very friendly manner. He was promised his phone, so why would he have been unfriendly with the defendant? I think he must have seen something that didn't agree with him when he got there. I was really in the dark on this one. I want to say it was this. What Mr. Wellington saw was the victim. I mean Dustin Prince? Dustin Prince had gone on his date right after the shift was over. With no time to change, he went to the park still wearing his police uniform. Oh. The girl that picked up my phone was with the policeman. He couldn't know they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid the policeman would ask a few questions before returning the phone. If I do anything suspicious, he might want to check on my phone. In his mind, it was possible they had already gone to check on the phone. And he went into a panic, is what you're saying? Exactly. Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in uniform. Mr. Payne, do you have any comments? I'm thinking. Seems the truth has come out at last. The witness, Mr. Wellington, you are a con artist. It's the era when the breakdowns get way more extravagant. You only get one in the old games that are like this and this, and you get that from Damon Gant. What's that supposed to mean? The evidence. Evidence! That's really keeping me out. All you've been waiting around and talking about is that suspicious cell phone. Suspicious phone number's this. Suspicious con group that. They're all on that phone. Who's to say that phone's really mine? Where's your proof? Your evidence? You want proof that this phone is yours? Phone I lost, you already found it. You don't have even the slightest idea the phone in your hand belongs to. But you can be sure it isn't mine, Mr. Simpson. Ooh, but I do know what phone that is. We seem to have a problem on our hands with this phone. Whose phone is it? Without knowing that, it's meaningless as evidence. Your Honor? Simple test. You should check the fingerprints. How lucky. Mr. Wellington. How did you finally find yourself home? Of course you have no idea what I'm talking about. Oh my. Now I remember. Huh, looks like they hung up. Ah, good. I finally found it. So that's when it happened. What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? Why the harsh glare in your eyes? I know. I know this phone has to be his. How am I supposed to prove something like that? Easy. Looks like you came up a penny short. Where? Where did I go wrong? Don't blame yourself. You're merely a third-rate lawyer. You only made one big mistake. Who are you? What are you? That's something you haven't figured out for yourself yet. Who I am? That'll be all. I have to bid you gentlemen and ladies goodbye. I have a reservation at an ultra-fancy restaurant on the upper side of town. Thank you for your assistance. You had a stressful day, so please bon appetit. Fuck you. Please wait. Keep him here. I got one thing I need to say. I think I may be able to prove it. Everything. Your Honor, the cross-examination has already ended. Besides, the defense is just going to badger the witness with more inane questions. You will not harass the witness. Is that clear, Mr. Wright? Did you hear that? No harassment allowed, Mr. Attorney. Please, Your Honor. Very well. This is your last chance, Mr. Wright. You may present one piece of evidence to the court. One shot. If I'm not mistaken, this is where they introduce as well. There are certain sequences where you get one shot, and if you fuck it up, it's a full penalty wipe. Were you paying attention, Mr. Payne? I said that Mr. Wright could present only one more piece of evidence. Now then, Mr. Wright, this is your last chance.
Take that!
Why, thank you. How nice. Here, please have one of mine. Wait, what am I doing? This isn't the time to be exchanging business cards, Your Honor. There's something very important about that card, and that is the back of the card. The card is important because of what's on the back. You wrote your cell phone on the back, but that's exactly it. Can you please call this number from your cell phone? Huh? Right now? The court's still in session. It's okay. You'll see. Okay, if you say so. We're going to call my cell phone right now. And then the court will see everything for what it is. It's the fucking Steel Samurai thing. Mr. Wellington. How strange. I could almost swear that you're holding my phone. By the way, before I forget, thank you very much for the lump on my head this morning. I don't think I need to explain any further except to say, eat a dick. So that's what happened. You were knocked out by Mr. Wellington. He's a man who lives on his pride and self-image alone. In order to hide his involvement with the con artist group, he has become paranoid and lost all ability to make rational judgments. Then, Mr. Wright, the phone you're holding, it's Mr. Wellington's, naturally. Speaking of that man, how is he, Mr. Payne? He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird, not guilty. Damn, Maggie Bird. That's all. This court is adjourned. Go home. I knew that the real you would shine through eventually. I am so moved by what you've done for me, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I felt really bad for Dustin. He didn't do anything to deserve this. It's probably because of me. Huh? My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad fucking failures. Whole life? Can't be that bad, can it? Since I was 6 months old, when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building, I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've ever taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, and never won or even tied at the game of tic-tac-toe. My life has really been nothing but a string of disasters. That is, pretty bad. Up until I went to college, I was known as the Goddess of Misfortune, and then at the academy, everyone called me Lady Luckless. Lady Luckless? Jeez, that's harsh. What's worse is that my misfortune always seems to latch onto those around me. What do you mean? When I see someone in trouble, I always try to help. Ah, that's right. You were talking about this earlier. It happened again recently, too, sir. There was an old lady pacing back and forth by the pedestrian crosswalk. I gave her my hand, and before I knew it, we were having dinner at my house. Oh. I'm sure that Dustin's gone because of me. That's not true. That glove didn't even have any sort of special meaning. It was just a present to say thanks for covering one of my night shifts. Oh, I see. Everything is all my fault. Dustin's death, your head being all messed up. Well, I don't think my head is that messed up yet. I'm going to find a new life for myself starting now. The next time we meet, I'm sure I'll have found a whole ocean's worth of good luck by then, sir. Yeah, after all, the Goddess of Misfortune is only a name. You bet, I'm gonna make it, I promise. Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky person instead of a goddess. Yeah, that's the spirit. You get 'em, Maggie Bird. Well, Mr. Wright, Maya, I should get going. Au revoir. Thanks. Take care of yourselves, too. Ugh, what a horrible day. I've gotten my memory back, but things are still a little fuzzy. But you're okay, and that's what counts. You really had me worried. Come on, let's go back to the office. I'm afraid to ask before it goes. So this might sound bad, but who are you? What? I thought you said you got your memory back. Kinda. At that moment, everything really did come back to me. Detective Gumshoe, he's someone I've had clashes with in the past during certain cases. But he's also been a good ally during others. Yeah, he pretty much saved the Rise from the Ashes case. No doubt about it. The judge, he's a lovable, kind old man who was easily swayed by other people's opinions. But in the end, he always comes up with the right verdict. This person, I haven't got a clue. He seems to know me, but maybe he's mistaking me for someone else. This girl, Maya? You finally remembered. This is Maya Fey, my assistant. Talk about bad luck. She could probably beat out Maggie. That's right. I have so many unforgettable memories about her. For example, Earth to Nick, what's wrong? Keep staring at me. Don't tell me you've missed me. Well, yeah, I suppose I have. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages. Oh? Well, I'm back now, so it's time for us to create new memories together. Alright, sounds good to me. All the phone numbers on my phone were erased by Mr. Wellington. I guess I have to start over from the very beginning. Come on, Nick, let's go to our usual burger joint. Okay, okay. Actually, it hasn't even been that long since you came back into my life. And that story began on one rainy afternoon 2 months ago. Episode 1, Lost Turnabout, the end. Alright. So, we are going to cut the stream there because I like to try to do one episode per stream if I can manage it. Although, as the series goes on, that's going to get harder and harder to do. But we will try our best. Anyhow, that was the Lost Turnabout. That's your tutorial case for Justice for All. It's a pretty good primer, in my opinion, because it sort of gives you all of the new techniques that you need to know, such as being able to present profiles and stuff like that. It's nice and easy. So yeah, it's in my opinion a perfectly fine tutorial case, because I will say the one thing about the first turnabout is that it's a little too easy, and I mean I know that it is like the very first case of the series, so that it shouldn't be difficult, but I don't know. I've always kind of felt that it was way too simple, way too cut and dried. But I suppose, again, it is like the penultimate tutorial case, so it kind of has to be. But anyhow, that is the first turnabout. Of course, we're going to save our progress, and it's probably going to launch us right into the second one. Yeah, it is. That was no accident. We'll probably just use that for the thumbnail for the second video. I was drugged with sleeping pills. We're just going to skip through this because we're going to see this in the second stream. Or the next. Actually, this might be a better thumbnail. Yeah. That's why I took my revenge. Only fair. Oh yeah, the second case gets fucking real convoluted. Excuse me, pardon me. Where is it? I killed that person, but that wasn't me. Doesn't matter. Please let me get to an options menu. Okay. Yeah, go back to the title screen. Anyways, yeah, that was Lost Turnabout. Justice for All. Yeah, I'm going to quit for now, and starting back tomorrow, because I'm feeling better, so hopefully whatever I had has tapered off completely, and we will get balls deep in this game tomorrow, ideally. Yeah. Anyways, y'all have a good one.